right, everyone, this is Tim with Online Big Blue, bringing you the best in New York Giant sports talk and entertainment. Oh, yeah, we missed Sunday. Sundays are going to be tough now, but we are still going to try to do a video a day. Just Sundays are family days. And you know what? It was an awesome, fun Sunday. It was a great weekend. Hope everyone else had a fantastic weekend. We are going into this Monday with a couple topics. One of the topics is going to be a surprise wide receiver the Giants could get in free agency, not on the cheap, but on a very discounted price. And the other topic is going to be potential cap casualties that we may not have addressed or thought of. First things first, I had a couple subscribers try to send me large monetary gifts, I'll say. Please don't. And I actually spoke to these two gentlemen, and I told them, I appreciate it, but I don't do this channel for money. I don't do this to take money from subscribers. Yes, we are monetized, but the minimum amount we get for monetization goes back into the channel, buying equipment, t-shirts, and all that fun stuff. I just do this for the enjoyment. I do this for the fun. I do this for the interaction of my subscribers. And if you do feel like you need to make or want to make a financial contribution, please give it to Philadelphia Children's Hospital. And just do it under the Online Big Blue name. And that'll be sufficed. But let's get into the New York Giants and the wide receiver situation. We all know we have some issues at the wide receiver spot. We know that. We also know we don't.
Would you say I have a plethora of piñatas?
No, we don't have a plethora of piñatas or wide receivers, and that's the problem. We need to find the target. We need to find the guy for Daniel Jones. The problem is I think Allen Robinson is going to be out of reach. I think the kid from Detroit's going to stay in Detroit. I don't see Curtis Samuel being an option because he's basically, like I've said it a million times, he is Sterling Shepard 2.0. And I know everyone loves Corey Davis, but there's a guy out there who's in his sixth year that Giant fans should remember.
Wentz, shot, end zone, touchdown, Agholor! Just like that, they convert the third down, get the big penalty, and 40 yards to Nelson Agholor.
Now, we should remember that play because that was against the Giants. Nelson Agholor. The guy has resurrected his career over with the Raiders. Now, I find it interesting because of the fact that when he was in Philadelphia, he was never used properly. He is a gentleman with big play capability. He did have a good season in 18, where he had 985 yards. He was targeted 97 times, 64 receptions. I'm sure I have rephrased that. He had 985 snaps. He was targeted 97 times with 64 receptions for 736 yards at 11.5 yards reception. 4 touchdowns. His big touchdown year, he had 2 of them, which was, of course, in 2017 and again in 2020. But the Las Vegas Raiders used him as he should be used. And that is a guy with big play capability and has the ability to stretch the field. They did not do that with him, of course, in Philadelphia. They were more of a dink and dunk with him. I never understood it. I never understood why they just didn't send him out on a fly pattern. You know what? Just run that way as fast as you can, 70 yards, and we're going to throw the ball to you. I never understood why they didn't do that in Philadelphia. They did it at times, but it was never something that they did consistently. When they did that with Carr in Las Vegas, he had his career year. He was actually down in receptions. He had 48 receptions from his career high of 64 and 18, but he had 896 yards at 18.7 yards of reception and 8 touchdowns. He did have 8 drops. He does have a little bit of the oopsies. He's dropped 40 passes over the last 6 years, so he's got a little bit of the oopsies, but he's got that big play capability. And he made nothing last year. His salary was $1 million. Well, it was like $1,470,500 on a 1-year contract. And he had, like I said, it was a big year. And he's a guy that I don't think is going to cost, $10, $15 million because he, again, has a history of work. And we talked about Leonard Williams. Leonard Williams has a history of work outside of his 1 season, and it's the other 5 seasons. So Nelson, you're going to get what you get. But if you use him to his capabilities, which is a game changer, which is a guy that can break out with speed, And you expect that of him, and you keep him on the outside, he could potentially be a steal for the Giants. And he is a guy that may even want to come back to the NFC East because of the crap that he went through in Philadelphia. And I'm just thinking that because of the fact that, a lot of times it's like Steve Smith, the old Giant wide receiver, Steve Smith, who had the 2 good years. He got hurt. He got injured. The Giants unceremonially cut him like they always do players. And what happened is he went to Philadelphia. Now, of course, he didn't cut it there, but he went to Philadelphia. Same with Ruben Randall. He went to Philadelphia. Again, he did not cut it. He did not make the team. But a lot of times these players want to stay inside the division and stick it to the team 2 years in a row, or 2 games to their former teammates, especially if they stay in the same division. I think he's a guy that can be signed for like 2 years, $10 million and guarantee maybe the first season. And that's it. And he has the experience. He's played in the East. He's played against the Cowboys. He knows Philadelphia. He doesn't really know him anymore because the coach left, but he's got an idea of how Philadelphia works. I just think he would be a guy that if we brought him in, he could be a guy that Daniel Jones could rely on. That Daniel Jones if Daniel Jones is evidently the best deep thrower in the NFL, prove it. You send Nelson. Nelson, go long. Just like when you're playing street football or playing, wiffle ball. Not wiffle ball. I like wiffle ball, though. Wiffle ball is fun. But it's one of those things that, like when you're playing Nerf football in the backyard with your buddies. You just go long and you just throw them the ball. See what happens. That's what they did with Plex. I'm not saying he's going to be Plexico Burrs. I am not saying that 100%. But he could be Plex-like in the fact that was one of the things they did with Plex. You use your speed, you use your size, you use your mismatch, and you create the mismatch. And that's what we need to do more on this offense. I was going to say defense because you know what? I can't think today. My brain's not working right, but that's okay. But he is the type of guy that we could get. And I said, I said? If we sign Leonard Williams, what we're going to have to do is we are going to have to go to the second-tier free agents, and Nelson Agholor could be that guy.
Wentz, shot, end zone, touchdown, Agholor!
You know what? Now let's get into some guys that we probably aren't talking about who could potentially be released by the Giants, coming up into the season. Now, I was thinking about it yesterday. There's a couple guys that I have on the bubble. Now, we're not going to release Julius Peppers. Julius Peppers has got a $6.7 million cap hit, but he has no dead cap money. Evan Ingram, to me, is not a surprise, but Evan Ingram, I think, is going to be a goner. If the Giants can't trade Evan Ingram, I would not be 100% shocked if they just dump that $6 million salary because they're going to need cap space. They really are. And another guy that I was thinking of that is not going to be a total surprise, but in regards to depth, because we do have so many issues, is Spencer Pulley. I mean, we're paying Spencer Pulley $2.7 million. I can go find a potentially third center somewhere, probably for less. So you can actually just drop him as well. We all know Cody Core is a goner. We all know that. That's not going to surprise anybody. No one's going to sit there and go, oh, Cody Core got jacked. But I think Spencer Pulley, and I even think Evan Ingram could potentially be a cap casualty. And one of the other players that I was thinking about that could potentially be a cap casualty if he doesn't come back from injury is going to be Lorenzo Carter. Lorenzo Carter's only got a $260,000 dead cap number against a $2.4 million salary. He's coming off the injury. If he doesn't perform in camp, why not? Why not move on from him? And we also know that Will Hernandez could potentially be a goner. He's got an $874,000 cap hit, a dead cap space, but he's got a $3.3 million salary. And all the people that are like, we need to waive Sterling Shepard. That's not going to happen. Sterling Shepard, yeah, you're saving $9 million, but you're also paying $6 million. So that's not going to happen. But I could see potentially Lorenzo Carter being a cap casualty. I really could. Especially if he doesn't come back from the injury. And same with players such as we talked about. I could see Evan Ingram being gone. I could see him being released. I could see Cody Core. Well, Cody Core is definitely gone. But I could see, like I said, Spencer Pulley being whacked. I shouldn't say whacked. Like, it's a bad mob. You know what? I watch too many mobster movies. I really do. I love Goodfellas. Am I a clown? What? I amuse you? What's so effing funny about me? And I just love that. Sometimes I wonder about you, Henry. You may crack under questioning. I love Goodfellas. Go watch Goodfellas. But I'm going to get off the Goodfellas rant right now, though. But there are guys, like I said, like I would not be shocked if Lorenzo Carter got moved. I honestly wouldn't be shocked either if BJ Hill, if you sign Leonard Williams, I would not be surprised if they don't let go of BJ Hill. He's got $257,000 cap, dead cap number against $2.4 million. And it's funny though, because we look like we're going to be whacking some of the guys from draft class number 1 for Dave Gettleman. So we have to just kind of wait and see what happens. But those are guys that I thought could potentially be gone. We're going to be doing a live stream this Sunday. We're going to have some of our guys from overseas on the stream. It should be fun. I got some buddies. I call everyone buddies. I call everyone bra. I'm a biker. So everyone's bro or bra. I laugh because even my wife said it today. She goes, you have a very set of eclectic friends. They all look like they've done hard time. I was like, yeah, well, it's probably true. Probably, actually, some of them have. So, I mean, yeah, we're going to have some guys over. We're going to have some people over from Ireland. I also want everyone to jump out and see Tsvi's page. He is, of course, everyone knows Tsvi. He is very big in the Giant community. He started his own YouTube page. You go look him up, go see him. I'll post a link down into my comment section so everyone can take a look at him. Look at him,
That's what she said.
Sorry. Look at his page. He's got some great passion for the Giants. And again, this is Tim with Online Big Blue, bringing you the best of New York Giant sports talk and entertainment. And as always, if you could like, if you could subscribe, if you could ring that bell, you know what that means, that'd be awesome.